This is Fashion Art Media. I'm Lydia Cutler, and today with me is a lady who has done so much in the beauty pageant world, and she's also a model or a former model. I'm going to allow her to tell us all about herself. Well, not all, most things about herself, because if I say all, it means that it's going to be
we'll be here a long time.
Yeah, or two.
Yeah.
Welcome. Please tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone. So I'm Ashleigh Reid. I've been a model for 12 years. I think it's coming on 13 now. I run a company called Racing Dolls, which in next June will be celebrating 10 years. There's been a lot of kind of similar companies to mine that have came and went, but I can pride myself on the fact that my company is still as strong as ever. So yeah, my company Racing Dolls, it's a bit like, it's model management, event management, and we're now moving into sort of more marketing, PR and promotion and sponsorship, etc. as well. So the company has been growing and growing and growing over the years, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's great.
Amazing. So where are you located?
So our offices are based in Fife in Scotland, but we do operate all over the UK. Quite a lot of our work has been involved in motorsports, etc. So quite a lot of the motorsport work has been down south in England, as far down as Taunton. So yeah,
Wow.
that was a fair travel. But we also do a lot of the pageant work as well, which does have us travelling a lot also. I think 2 Novembers ago, I travelled to Disneyland Paris to compete internationally in the Face of Europe and the World Beauty Pageant. So I competed in Paris as the Snr Princess of Scotland. So myself, I was second place in Scotland, and the lady that soon become my best friend, she actually won first for Scotland. So she was the Senior Face of Scotland and I was the Senior Princess of Scotland. It was a rather weird situation because we both were going to this international final together, just the two of us, and we had never really spoken or got on before. So we were both dreading it. We're thinking, oh God, I'm going here with her. And the two of us turned out to be best friends, and I would honestly be so lost without her. And I just can't believe it took me that long to finally find a best friend.
Wow, amazing. That's a good story there.
Yeah.
I come to find that pageants, especially, people sort of bond together.
Yeah, the sisterhood bond within pageantry is so strong. I know pageants can be quite controversial. Some people can think they're dated. Some people maybe think that there's a lot of feminists that don't believe in it, where myself, when I hadn't been involved in pageants, because obviously my journey did start in modelling. So I started the modelling way back in 2000, and I think it was 2007 or 2008. Right. And pageants I didn't start until 2015. So obviously I had lots of model experience and kind of didn't realise what pageants were. They are so much different. Like modelling competitions and modelling in general, it is more about the look and about sort of, it is more aesthetics. It is how you look and how well you work, etc. Whereas with pageants, it's more about the person. You have to be a kind person and a kind heart, because if you aren't, it does become obvious and it does become apparent. And with it being such a tight-knit community, it is very easy to weed out the good people, etc. And pageants are very much charity-based. So they're always about helping local charities, helping in your local community, etc. as well. So the pageant system that I'm part of at the moment is YEMI, so that's Young European Miss International. And as part of that, we do an award which is Aspire to Inspire. So obviously within that, we get involved in our communities, we get involved in local charities, we get involved with a lot of different causes, and we have our own platforms. Some girls are campaigning for mental health because they have felt the effects of it themselves. Some girls are campaigning for eating disorders, etc. And along with their various charities and things like that as well. So that's been really important to me as well, because suffering with an eating disorder, I've suffered with an eating disorder since I was 13. So for almost 17 years, I've struggled with body dysmorphia and an eating disorder. And it sounds very strange because people go, well, why modelling if you've got an eating disorder and body dysmorphia? But modelling is literally like my main therapy. When I look at my body, when I look down on it, or when I look in a mirror at my body, what I see is so different to when a photographer takes a nice picture of you and you see it. The person I see looking down or looking in a mirror is not the person everybody else sees. But when I get my photos done by a photographer, I see the person everybody else sees. So I'm able to see who I really am. And it is very therapeutic, because if I'm having a really down week or a really down month, quite often I'll book a photo shoot or I'll arrange a photo shoot, and I'll maybe be feeling a bit iffy about it before it starts. But then when I get the pictures back, I'm on a high, because I'm like, oh wow, I'm not as chunky as I thought I was, or I'm not undesirable, or I just see myself in a completely different light, in a completely different way. So that is why modelling actually happened for me. It was more my mum encouraged me to do it so that I could see myself how everybody else saw me, and fortunately it did work.
Amazing. Well, I know your mom is really supportive of you and your young sister, which is amazing. I know that she puts a lot of effort to see that both of you are doing the best you can. And I'm so happy to see that I don't know how you feel about when you say that maybe sometimes you don't feel good about your body. I can tell you one thing, Ashleigh, you are such a beautiful girl, inside out, and you shouldn't even be worrying about that.
Thank
so
you.
I have seen also that a few times that you also judge at pageants. When did you start that?
So the judging at pageants only started, in fact, I think it was when I met you, when we were judging together at that pageant. I think that was the first pageant I actually judged, because I kind of kept my modelling life and my pageant life separate to begin with. So I went into pageants, and I didn't go into pageants and be like, hi, I'm Ashleigh, I'm a model manager and I've modelled for so many years. I just I got involved because it was almost like an opportunity to be somebody else, or like an opportunity to explore another part of me. So I really enjoy that about pageantry, because I have like the modelling me, which is a bit more fierce and a bit more boss-like, and a bit, I don't know, a bit more female empowerment and stuff like that. Like we've said about the kind of body image and stuff. And people quite often, I do lingerie modelling, and sometimes people don't understand lingerie modelling. They think it's degrading to women, or they think it's kind of sexualized or anything like that, when it really isn't. One of the main reasons why I enjoy doing lingerie modelling is that lingerie tends to fit the natural body better, especially body shaped like mine, because I am really small at the waist and big at the hips, etc. So when you put on jeans or dresses and stuff like that over the top of your underwear, I tend to have like the itty bitty rolls and all those natural bits that everyone gets, but I prefer to see myself a bit more natural, a bit more natural body state. And it isn't about all these negative derogatory things that people can think it is. It is more about empowering myself and empowering other women to feel confident in having a curvy and normal figure, because it's taken me all this time to realise that my figure is in fact a normal figure. It's a figure of a happy person. It's a figure of a woman who isn't restrictive eating anymore, who isn't standing on the scales 5 times a day. My body is the body of a healthy me. I have a healthy body and a healthy mind. And it's great. It's wonderful to finally get to this stage. But don't get me wrong, I still have bad days where I feel a bit uncomfortable. But the majority of my days are good days. And I have overcome so much, especially, it sounds so bizarre because 2020 has been an awful year for everyone.
Exactly.
But 2020 has been my best year so far because I have made so many personal challenges and overcome them all. So I started with my personal trainer. I was always wanted a personal trainer, but I always felt far too uncomfortable. And I was really lucky that at the start of this year, somebody who I'd been friends with since I was 13, she completed her PT training, etc., and became a PT at one of our local gyms. So when I'd seen this, I instantly was like, I think you'd be great as being my PT because I would be able to feel more comfortable. So I started with my PT in February. So obviously we only really got a month before lockdown happened, but my PT was amazing. She done virtual sessions with me when we couldn't be together. So every single week I was still doing my PT sessions. In 2020, I have done my PT sessions every single week. And then when we got to the point where we could socially distance, she was coming to my house at a social distance and doing the PT sessions. She has literally been my rock throughout 2020 and helped me get to this place where I am so much healthier, both mentally and physically. I eat breakfast every day. I eat breakfast, I eat lunch, I eat dinner. And obviously I'm 29 at the moment, about to turn 30 next month, but I have never ate breakfast, lunch and dinner since I was a child. It was such a massive thing for me. At first, I cried at the thought of eating breakfast, lunch and dinner because I didn't do that. And I finally got on the routine of eating breakfast, lunch and dinner and helping my body feel better and be a better person. And it just it's become the norm. And like I say, I'm not standing on the scales every day anymore. I don't even remember the last time I stood on them. So I can't thank my PT enough, and I can't thank the support of people that I get through modelling, through pageants. Everybody is a massive support. And it's so kind because I get a lot of young girls come to me and say, your body goals. I look at you and I think, that's what my body's like and she looks good, so I can look good. And they see me being confident in myself and it gives them that inspiration to be confident in themselves. So in a way, I help them feel better, but in actual fact, they're the ones spurring me on and making me feel better. I continue to make goals and I continue to feel more comfortable and confident in a more natural me and showing more of me because it helps other people. And it feels like it almost feels like that's one of my purposes in life. My purpose in life is to be who I am and help others be who they are. And that is why I love being the manager of the Racing Dolls team. So doing the model management, over the years, I've had girls who've started my team, timid, shy, little mouses, extremely, extremely shy. And they walk away a few years later and land their dream job, becoming one girl in particular. Last year, or was the start of this year, sorry, she actually thanked me when she started her first job as a primary school teacher, because when she started with me way back, I must have been about 7 or 8 years ago, she honestly was so shy she couldn't even go for a job interview because she was too anxious to even do it. And then now, through us helping each other and just being that support network, she is now living the dream and she is a fantastic primary school teacher. And stories like that, they just make my life worthwhile and remind me why I do what I do.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. I know that a lot of girls, when they start modeling or even doing pageants, they don't have confidence, but with the time that develops, and what you do is really great. Do you have so many models working with you, or? pageant contestants.
Yeah.
And
quite often the two worlds will now cross over, because quite often pageant girls do make really good models. I think a lot of them don't see their natural ability and their natural talents in modelling because of how well they hold themselves on stage and within their kind of pageant experiences, etc. And it is good to be able to be that person that connects both worlds and gets the girls doing that. It is really good to help springboard that. I do enjoy that a lot.
That's wonderful. So is it only in Fife that you get your models, or you get girls or boys wanting to join your model management, or is it from all over Scotland?
It's all over the UK. It's not even just Scotland. It is literally all over the UK. We have models in, obviously we have models in Scotland, we have models in England, and we have models even in Ireland, girls that have done work with us that are Irish as well, especially with the pageant community being so big and motorsports as well being so big, because I've got a heavy involvement in both fields. It has really helped us to expand and be able to deliver services to such a wide area. Hopefully we will be able to take things a bit more international next year. There was plans this year to try and do some calendar shoots, etc., in other countries, possibly Spain, Portugal, and places like that. But obviously when COVID happened, that did put a dampener on those plans. And unfortunately, that may still not be able to happen in 2021, but it is a future goal that we do have, is to get groups of girls and possibly male models, because the male modelling scene is on the rise as well, which I think is brilliant. When I started Racing Dolls 9 years ago, it was Racing Dolls, and we always joked about, oh, we should have racing guys as well. And then over the years, it became less and less of a joke. It was more of a, well, why isn't there guys doing promotional work? Why isn't there more male models in the industry? And then I think as time's gone by, male masculinity has begun to kind of adapt and change. So we are seeing a growth in the male modelling industry and side of things as well. So I really do hope that that is going to be something that we can expand into. I have been in talks with some male models already about doing collaborations and things like that. It's just helping break that stigma around being a male model, because some boys will be on the work site or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, I've seen your pictures, like sort of that laddish banter and behaviour. It's kind of breaking that down. But yeah, we're getting there. Things are changing and things are definitely improving and advancing year after year. So hopefully we'll be able to get some overseas shooting, etc. done in the near future, just once all restrictions allow.
Right. So if anyone wants to join your model management, how can they find you?
So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. We do also have our own website, which is currently under construction, as we are doing a bit of a rebrand and relaunch at the minute. The website was originally built, obviously, back when we started, which was 9 years ago. So it does need a bit of a freshen up and an update. But I'm a one-woman band at the minute, really, other than obviously Mum helps a lot, which we've spoke about. Mum is so helpful. And my best friend from primary school, I've actually had the same best friend, like my very best friend. I have been friends with her since nursery, so we were 4 years old when we met. So yeah, we've been friends for over 25 years, and now we are taking the company further together. So it's been really great. She's been involved for many years, and she's now become such a great help. She's now a team manager of Racing Dolls as well, and she's even considering going and doing further education, etc., to help better herself and within the business. So I'm really hoping that more can come of that. That'll be great. And then hopefully we can get the website rebuilt, but you can contact us through Facebook and Instagram, and you can actually join up. I'm sure we do have a join up section, But if not, and you are interested, just drop us a message and we'll get back to you with all the join up starter packs, etc. And hopefully restrictions will start to ease at the start of next year and we can begin doing our interview days again, because we do have some people who are just waiting interview days at the moment. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for that. Well, Ashleigh, it's been really nice talking to you. I'm sure that our viewers are going to love what you shared with us today. And by the way, I'm so happy to see that you're wearing a Christmas dress.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How cute.
Amazing. Christmas spirit.
Is my favourite time of year, so I had to get in the festive spirit.
That's nice, because from what has happened this year, we need to be happy and you know, hope for, you know,
we need it more
Christmas
than ever,
time.
don't we?
It's been, yeah, we need to be happy during Christmas season.
We need to spread a bit good holiday cheer. And I think, although 2020 has been a glum year, I do think it has brought local communities, etc., together as well. Like, I've found that in my own street. We've become a lot closer. Sadly, I usually run grottos at Christmas time. So part of the more event management side of my work, I usually run some Santa's grottos throughout Scotland. And unfortunately, we've lost all that this year. But hopefully, fingers crossed, 2021, we will be back in the grottos, because seeing those magical memories being made is the most amazing feeling. I think there's quite a common theme here of me really enjoying seeing others be happy and succeed. It really does. It just makes everything feel worthwhile. That's right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and hope to hear from you another time. Because we want, especially Aberdeen Fashion Week models, to get to hear from you and learn more from you. So just looking forward to having you a bit more. I've got so much to share with everybody. So much to share. So yeah, it would be fantastic. I really do hope that we can, hopefully we'll have an Aberdeen Fashion Week 2021, but if not, we will certainly, we'll get the ball rolling now for whenever we can actually physically stage the event. So it will be fun. And if, like say, if there's new models that want to get involved, get in touch. And yeah, we could be walking down the runway on Aberdeen Fashion Week. Exactly. Thank you, Ashleigh. Have a good Christmas when it comes, and a happy New Year. Thank you too, and you also have a good Christmas and New Year, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you very much. Bye. Bye. Bye, sweetheart.